about the black people that don't engage in that?
Those black people are not engaging in that culture.
Can I get in the queue, JB?
Wait,
so
can I just say something really quickly?
Wouldn't that mean that they are, so if they're not...
One mic on NY. I'm sorry, Devon. One mic on NY.
Roger's here. Hold on. Let me just say this, because before we move past...
Wait, did somebody mute me? Okay, let me say something.
Sure.
Okay, I just want to say this. Oh, hold on a second. Keegan, do you have the same smoke for the white people that do the same exact thing that you're describing?
Yeah, I mean, white people who engage in that black subculture, I completely disagree with, and they shouldn't.
Why is it just black subculture? Why can't it be white subculture that blacks assigned?
The white subculture that's wrong is the white trash, and I think we all know about this, the white trash hillbilly culture that allows domestic violence and allows alcoholism to affect the family's home, allows meth use, right? That culture I call out the same way. But there is again, I mean, I'm shocked by this. Or do we not believe there's ratchet ghetto culture? I'm very confused.
I mean, so is rock and roll and country music also anti-American because they talk a lot about drugs?
Might I jump in?
Wait, can I just say this really quick, Roger, and I swear you have it. To the point before we move past it, Keegan suggested we live separate, and someone said a lot of black people would agree with that. Let me introduce myself, Nye McGee here. I don't want to live in Niggerville. Have y'all been to white neighborhoods that have fast food options? Okay, listen. They have better fast food options, better grocery stores, and Starbucks. All right? I don't want to live separate from the white folks. Thank you very much. I'm done.
Yeah, but those are black cities under white control. That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, let me jump in here. So, first of all, I'm going to say this as respectfully as I can, Keegan. But you're a fucking retard. And I'll explain why. You have identified black culture as you've looked at a minority of blacks and you've said that defines black culture. I would guess that you've never stepped foot into a black church. I would imagine that you don't understand the politics of black America, which is very diverse, by the way. But I would make this statement to you. When I hear a lot of white people running around talking about like conservative family values, there's no way that white America embodies those values as much as the Catholics that have come from Latin America, folks that have come from Asian cultures that are absolutely dedicated to a two-family home, that sort of thing. But I will tell you, in black circles that I run in, because it tells me that, Keegan, you don't have many black friends. I would say that they're among the most conservative that I've ever met. When you think of things like their defense of traditional relationships between a man and a woman, when you think of their dedication to their religion, when the values that they have around teaching their family about hard work, I just think that you don't have black people in your circle, and what you've done is you've adopted your views based on watching things that you've seen like on YouTube and TikTok. I don't think that you kick it in the hood, and I would tell you that yes, there are absolutely people from every culture that are out there fucking wilding out, including white people, and the fact that you've isolated your attention and you've decided that you want to separate yourself because of things that you've seen on fucking social media, I would encourage you, yes, go fucking isolate yourself. Because I'll tell you this, I wouldn't want you in my neighborhood, and there's not a lot of black people in my neighborhood. It's usually just Indians, whites, and Asians. But I wouldn't want you in my neighborhood. And I wouldn't want you in my neighborhood because, A, you're ignorant, and B, I don't think that you walk what you talk. Because there's ways to isolate yourself. You don't have to sit here and talk about you think there should be a separation between whites and blacks. You have it within yourself to go do that, but you're not about that shit. You just like to talk shit on the internet. And the reason you do is because you would never say this shit face to face with anybody because you're a fucking pussy. I'll yield.
Yeah, if I can bring